Go Cosmo. Go Cosmo.
Rockin' them Ducos. Dude, it's been a fucking hiatus, man.
A couple weeks. Gives me a chance
to recharge.
I like talking to you before the show, dude.
Yeah.
I like getting all that shit off my chest, dude. I can't do it on a text line.
Dude, we'll do a retread on this, dude, and we'll freestyle a fucking special shout out, right?
Yeah. Brian Ice's birthday today.
Oh, is it?
I seen that on Facebook.
Happy birthday, Brian Ice, dude. What's up, man? And what's up to Floodlit 1, Cousin Lynn, The Prodigy, Julie Zane and Chris, DKLI, CK75, Bull Whittemore, Rod and Anna, I hope your date went pretty good. The Ostranders, Matt Siegelkoff, Papa Frisco, Brandon X, he did a show last night. We'll be posting that pretty soon. E. Dawn and I, Ryan, Alex and Amber, congratulations on the... You know that Amber's getting married, dude.
Oh.
DG's, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's cool.
And to my man, Sean Ross. And then special shout out this week to the fucking reopening of the Pizza Palace. Pee-wees are coming back.
When is that coming, dude?
Dude, it's fucking... They've already been dishing out Pee-wees online and shit. Did you see that?
No, I can't get one. Can I get a Pee-wee? Can you get... I'll pay you double whatever you buy the Pee-wee. I tried to get Skinner to give me
some. Yeah, but this is what I heard, bro. They're not the same.
I want to try it.
I know.
How do you get it? What do you do? Order it and then go pick it up?
I guess you buy it online, dude.
But okay, I can buy it.
I will get the fucking info.
Yes,
and
please.
We'll make it happen.
Please. Everybody keeps telling me you can buy them online. I said, what does that mean? I can buy it in West Sac and it shows up on fucking Amazon.
DoorDash. You DoorDash it, dude.
They don't DoorDash that far, dude. I'll do it.
I don't know.
I'll do it for a Pee-wee.
I don't know. Close that shit out, dude. What's a special shout out to Pee-wees?
Not my uncle.
Uncle Pee-wee.
He was the first one. Remember when he took us in the room? He was the first person to tell us that the fucking moon was a fucking fake.
Yeah.
That the government is a gang. And he was on drugs during then.
Yeah, but he was so right, dude.
He was right about a lot of shit, dude. Yeah. We laughed and we thought, oh, what the fuck is this guy talking about? And now we're looking back, it's like, this motherfucker might have been right about all that shit, dude.
Well, dude, I remember there's an Ancient Aliens episode about the moon being a satellite or like a fucking Death Star. Not like a Death Star where it kills planets and shit, but it's like a big space station, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm not shitting you. I started thinking about when Uncle Pee-wee said that shit, dude. That's his first thing that came to my mind, dude, because we were kids.
You know what's weird is, okay, he was on drugs, right? But they say that drugs, a lot of people do drugs, and it opens up your mind where you can actually really fucking think about shit. I mean, Steve Jobs was doing microhits of acid for a while. Like doing drugs might, some of it, mushrooms, marijuana, some shit, it might fucking open up your mind, LSD, to where you actually can fucking, because they say you're only using a small portion of your mind.
You're unlocking shit in your brain for sure.
I don't see, I mean, I'm not promoting doing fucking LSD or mushrooms, or, well, I mean, if you want to, but if, I don't know, man. Maybe they have something. Maybe there's something there, dude.
Dude, so when you do that, your brain is flooded with adrenaline. So you got all kinds of synapses and shit hitting that don't normally hit.
I just listened to the story of the Ted Kaczynski, right? The Unabomber.
Yeah.
And he was doing, was it Harvard, or was it the big school, whatever. They were fucking doing LSD studies on him, and they fried his fucking brain.
Yeah.
But everything that he said, all of his manifesto and everything, I didn't read it, but they were talking about it. It's kind of true. Like, everybody who's creating all this new technology is basically destroying this world, right? And everything he was trying to do, he was trying to kill. It might seem far-fetched and, you shouldn't support murder or whatever, but he was killing these people who were going to come up with this new technology, automated driving, automated services, self-checkouts and stuff. He was trying to kill these people so they wouldn't come up with this stuff because he felt like it would destroy civilization as we know it.
It does, man. I mean, look how far removed we are from living like the fucking American Indians, right? Self-sufficient. They lived in teepees. They only ate what they needed to eat.
But we're not as advanced as we thought we were. So we thought we were going to be living in the Jetsons in 2020, right?
It's true, dude. It's 2020, bro.
2020, and for construction, we're still building shit the same way we did 100 years ago, dude. We still really haven't evolved that much as far as that goes.
Dude, I remember when it turned 2000, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's 25. You're 25 too. We're 26.
What? 26.
We were 26, yeah.
Okay, I got shit.
But it was so far away to think of 2020, dude. That was just so far away, man.
Well, we were in 92, graduated 92, and we were thinking 2020, fuck, I'll be lucky to make it that long.
Yeah, if I live that long. Dude.
Yeah. It was like so far away, and it's like life goes by so fucking fast. But you're right about the civilization. Like, we would probably be so much happier if we lived more of a basic means. Like, we talk shit about third world countries and shit, but there's probably a lot of tribes in those areas that don't want to be disturbed, that want to live the way they live.
They have a good thing going, man.
Yeah, they don't want to be interrupted with McDonald's and fucking internet and fucking all this other bullshit. They want to just live the way they want to live and do their same traditions. Like,
or look at like TV, right? Like, TV is one of the biggest things. I would say, what do you think? 90% of people have a TV in their house?
What, in this country?
Yeah.
In this country, yeah.
I would say 90% of people have multiple televisions.
I was going to say multiple TVs in their house.
And what that does, whether you're using it for entertainment to play games and shit, or you're using it to watch information, they're fucking bleeding into your mind what they want you to think.
True, but I think that phones have taken it to another level. And I have this argument with fucking Sarah. She's like, well, the phone and the TV are the same thing. I said, no, it's not. Because the TV is one-dimensional. Like, you are watching something. The phone is where you're actually interacting with people, and you're actually... You think you're living another life, and you're not, and it's taken away from the life that you're supposed to be living.
You have a social media life, and
that's what people used to always say about TV. But the TV is like, you're not interacting with the TV, you're watching something, you're seeing something.
Let me give you a good example. Like, I've been being frugal lately, right? Mm-hmm. I've been eating, we're doing this diet thing and all that shit. I've been living life a different way than I have in the past. Mm-hmm. But all of a sudden I turn my phone on, and it's like a reminder or something that I was looking at this thing on Amazon. Mm-hmm. You know, like these pair of shoes or whatever. And now they're $15 off. So, fucking, of course I bought them. But I would have never thought about it or never wanted to buy those shoes. Something I was looking at 2 months ago, but now they're on sale, and like, fucking, boom, I got them.
Oh, yeah. It's impulse buying.
Brainwash me,
impulse buying, like what they did at the grocery store. They put all the little shit in the front when you check out. Yeah. It's impulse buying.
Like a pack of gums, $3 right there.
Yeah, remember it was fucking 25 cents for fucking Wrigley.
Juicy fruit.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But Juicy fruit's got a good taste, dude. I like juicy fruit.
Mm-hmm. Juicy fruit.
She's not juicy fruit.
Juicy fruit.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Well, let's get to the topic. Well, I think we'll roll straight into this one, man. What about conspiracy? Like, conspiracy theories. When do conspiracy theories become real, dude? Like, when is there enough proof for you to say this isn't a conspiracy theory, right?
Never.
Never? You don't think so?
Never, because whatever conspiracy, it doesn't matter. It'll always be a conspiracy one way or another to somebody.
But I think that's part of the disinformation thing, is to label it conspiracy theory.
The thing with JFK, like the mafia killed him and stuff, more and more information come out that they really had a lot to do with it, and people will still say, no, that's a conspiracy theory. Or they'll say, it was the government, like CIA, that killed him, or whatever. Russia killed him. But no matter what happens, it'll always be a conspiracy theory.
Well, like, there's a whole channel called Gaia, right? Gaia, or Gia, whatever you want to say it. Gaia.
Gaia.
Yeah, there's a whole channel, dude, and they talk about all the supernatural fucking fringe shit, right? That everybody thinks fake or crazy, or you're on that other side of the page because you believe in ghosts or aliens or Bigfoot or whatever it is, right? But let's take the alien thing right. So I don't think it's a conspiracy that there's aliens. I think everybody knows there's aliens now.
You know what's funny is that everybody will laugh at you because you say something about aliens, but if you sit there and have a real discussion with them and ask them, do you really think, like, in this whole fucking universe after universe after universe after do you think we're the only life there? They'll say no. So they'll agree with you, but they'll think, because it's the stigma of believing in aliens.
It's like saying I like smoking weed.
Right. It's
in the 50s.
It's a stigma of it. Like no, of course not. And then with weed, you sit down and you have a conversation with them. Well, yeah, of course weed's not as dangerous as alcohol. Then what is the problem? So what is the problem with saying that there's aliens?
It's a stigma, I think, man. But look at the they released those 3 videos of the little pill-shaped fucking thing flying, and you hear the fucking Air Force.
Oh yeah. I've seen that. I watched that.
Yeah, they're talking about it. I mean, and it's proof right there. I mean, you have proof in front of you, dude. There's something flying around out in the ocean. They don't know what the fuck it is.
We're trying to think a certain way, dude, on everything. Everything that we have. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's capitalism, if it's fucking marijuana, if whatever it is. Like, you're trained to grow up, get a wife, have 2 kids, buy a house, go through the system, and if you don't do it like that, you're an oddball. Like, what's wrong with this guy? What's wrong with, and I've slowly started getting older. I started realizing it's all bullshit. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You don't have to follow that train of thought. Like, it's not, like, I get older and older, and I listen to more people, I'm like, no, you're just regurgitating the same shit you've been fucking taught for your whole life. I think that's all bullshit.
Well, here's another one, like the pyramids, right? We're talking about the pyramids, right?
Mm-hmm.
How come they haven't built anything similar to that now? You know why? Because we can't. They had better technology back then to do that shit.
Yeah, and when I was listening to Brother Ian, they brought up a good point. They were talking about like Tesla. Tesla was trying to create this power source that was in the earth and shit. Yeah. Well, they were saying that some
came up with Wi-Fi.
Some people believe that the pyramids was an energy source for those people of that time. Like, we don't know, but then you say something like that, and it sounds so off track and off. Like, okay, so years ago, I was coming home watching Fox News, and I was listening to my dad preach to me about certain things, and I was like, yeah, the homosexuals are going to destroy this earth, they're going to destroy this country, and then I was believing that, I was saying that, and then now I'm like, wait a second, that's all bullshit. Yeah. No, they're not. They're regular people like us. Like, whatever we're trained to think, we're trained to this box. And this is what I notice when you talk to somebody and you say, and you try to make reason or common sense, or like, okay, wait, what about this and this and this? They'll say, I don't want to talk. They don't want to do it. You know what? You're not going to listen. They won't listen to you. It's like, I was talking to interpretation of the Bible, right? My brother was just telling me, there's only one interpretation. That's it. And he's like, you don't like, okay, but then why do we have Pentecostal, Baptist, Lutheran, Mormon, Jehovah's Witness? I said, and then when I got to that point, he was like, I ain't going to talk to you because you don't even not going to listen to me. At that point, it made sense where he was like, I don't want to be disrupted in the way I think, my box, and I don't want to listen to you no more.
Well, you're corrupting him.
My dad is like that big time. Like, he will not listen to anybody because he's afraid that you're going to make sense and you're going to change his whole fucking train of thought. I believed one way for a lot of one way, and I completely turned myself around in a lot of belief systems. I'm like, wait a second. And my belief system more is about live and let live. Like, this is what I believe. You can believe what you believe. But there's so many people that live in this box. Like, no. And this is the thing, like with the house. Like, with the house, like, you have to buy a house. It's a waste of money. Like I'm going to buy another house. We sold our house in Loda and moved to West Sackaway. We're going to buy another. But just because Sarah was about. But me, I could live in an apartment. I don't give a fuck. And when I tell people, they're like, what? What are you talking about? That's just a waste of money. In capitalistic society, I'm like, dude, I don't fucking care. Like, I'm going to at some point die, and I don't fucking care. Like, I don't have to believe the same way you do. Yeah. We're trained to think aliens is fucking weirdo shit. But then when you break shit down, you're like, well, maybe it's not a weirdo shit.
No, dude, I mean, there's so much proof out there to me. I mean, on the alien agenda stuff, right?
That was all over the place.
Yeah, but there's so much proof out there. Like, if you just look at it, watch a season of Ancient Aliens. Not just one episode, because they hit on so many different shit. But when they start to regurgitate and go back over, like, the pyramids or the fucking the Aztecs, the Incans, the Mayas, all these past civilizations, right? Mm-hmm. There's proof there, man. There's fucking proof. I don't understand why it's still a conspiracy.
Because it's a train of thought. We're trained to think one way, Frage. That's it. All we're trained to think is the way we're fucking thought. Like, and look at this. Is what I was telling somebody at work, and I was like, if we're just lucky we're born here in America. We're just, by the grace of God, whatever you will believe, we're just lucky we're born here. Because we're like, America's the best. Fuck everybody else. Like, this is our train of thought.
Right? That's what we're believed too. I'm sure if you're Canadian, you feel blessed.
That's what I'm
born in Canada.
If you're born in Afghanistan, you're probably going to be Muslim. Yeah. You're probably going to hate America, and you would be that fucking adamant about that belief system. That's why I always say, try to understand where other people are coming from.
it's rare to have someone get out of their shoes and get into your shoes.
They won't do it.
Just for a train of thought. It's really rare for somebody to do that. Like when we do the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we have the Fraser numbers and shit, right? The percentages. You guys clown me because something that happened maybe 4 times, I'm going to say it happened 12.
So I said something last night, and I was like, somebody said, real quick, her friends were at the house last night, and they're like, yeah, I seen somebody jacking off while they were driving or something. I'm like, well, 70% of people jack off while they're driving.
Yeah.
And first thing Sarah goes, what is that, a Fraser number?
Yeah. But we do that, like I said, something that happened 3 or 4 times, we're going to say it happened 12 times, right? Just to make it seem bigger or badder, right?
Yes.
And that's what people do with their heritage, with their lineage, with their train of thought.
Mm-hmm.
They want to make what it is bigger and better.
Mm-hmm.
Or like what people don't know too, sometimes when we write down the board on something, we're going to say, hey, you're going to take this side, I'll take the other side. And they would blow their mind if they really thought how we knew or how we thought about it, right?
I don't know. I think we pretty much tell our opinion, but I know I pretty much tell my opinion.
That's what I was talking to my wife about. She's like, "Well, you guys start out that way, but then you really know what you're talking about." So
because it's fake if you don't really have I was listening to a podcast this morning. They were like, they were listening to the Joe Budden podcast, and they were like, I don't really care for him, but I like his passion about it. He might not even know what he's talking about, but he's passionate about it. And I think that's the way I am too. I'm passionate about something I believe in. So, and we can transition to another topic. We were talking about who cares? Like, you can believe...
No, don't go there yet, because I still got this, man.
Go ahead.
Remember this tsunami happened in India, right?
Okay.
And they have this written literature, it's like their Bible, the Mahabharata, and they talk about this city where this ancient battle occurred, and there was fucking spaceship. I mean, there were spaceships, man. I mean, they were fucking fighting in the air and shit, and a bunch of crazy shit. Well, they never really knew where this fucking city was. Mm-hmm. But when the tsunami went down, it lowered the fucking water level like 20 feet. So like 100 yards out in the ocean, there's a fucking buried city there. This is that lost city they were talking about in the Mahabharata.
They've showed cities underwater.
Yeah, dude. And so, now this city is real. So they're probably thinking that the fucking battle in the air that happened over this fucking city is real too. Mm-hmm. So you're talking, I don't know, 8,000 years ago, they had flying shit they would fly around in and have battles and stuff like we do now. But you would never think that, or what we've been taught is that the Wright brothers came up with flight, right? Mm-hmm. There was no flight that occurred on Earth by humans before then.
There's a movie coming out, because we went to the movies last night. There's a movie coming out. It was like during the slave days, but all of a sudden they see an airliner coming through the sky because there was some sort of time transition continuum, like where our time mixed with their time, and they seen this big plane flying through, and there was like a window between times, like... Who knows?
Split dimension. Have you ever seen that pterodactyl? It's a pterodactyl, and it's flying. It's like in Canada. He's got a fucking picture. 30 seconds of a pterodactyl flying, dude. Mm-hmm. And that's probably what it was. It was like a split in space-time continuum or something.
Who knows? Like, we're talking about this, and everybody says crazy. Like, I'm fucking guilty of this too. Oh, Fraser been abducted by aliens and shit like that. But then when you sit down and talk, I believe in aliens. So then we're hypocrites a little bit. You know what I mean? It's not publicly okay to say shit, but privately we're like, yeah, you're right. And that's what I found with most people. That they'll say, oh, this guy's fucking nuts, or this guy's crazy. And then when you sit down one-on-one in private and have a conversation with them, they'll be like, no, actually, I do believe that. I'll be like... Most people will believe shit.
Well, like I was telling you, I've had an experience with Harrison and his dad, Wayno, with the ghost, right? Mm-hmm. So it's not only just me, it's those two that were there and can confirm the story. And that's when you have witnesses or something, it makes it more believable, right? Mm-hmm. But people who don't believe in ghosts are going to be like, oh, you're fucking crazy. You guys are on dope. Something like that.
But sit down with those people one-on-one and have a conversation with them. And I guarantee they'll probably... say, yeah, I believe in ghosts. I believe in spirits. But they just won't admit it.
There's so much proof on that shit, too, man. You watch all these shows like Ghost Hunters or fucking ancient burial places where they go and have these seances and shit, and then weird shit happens. Mm-hmm. And they catch it on film. Like that dude, Zach. I forget, or what is his name?
Zach Efron?
Zac Efron. Yeah, I think it is him.
The actor?
No. He has like that supernatural temple in Las Vegas. He did like the Devil House.
I don't know.
But that motherfucker, he comes across supernatural shit all the fucking time, man. I mean, he wears like a mask.
I think people are afraid, and I think they have a right to be, because I think if they start accepting it, when they do accept it, it'll be into their world. Like, you know what? When you open yourself up to that, I think it will come into that. But if you close yourself up to it, I think you kind of not, and be rightfully so. I would not want to open myself up to it, because I wouldn't want to see the evil part of it either. So I don't open myself up to it. I think people can open themselves up to it.
That's what I was telling you. This guy told me a story about he had some faces on his iPhone. I'm not sure what he's talking about, but he says like everybody's face, the iPhone picks up their face or something, right? So he had like 4 pictures of this black entity on his fucking iPhone, man, that iPhone recognized, but he had never seen. So he go back and watch the little videos or whatever, and fucking basically got like a fucking apparition or like this black fucking face.
And they were having sex?
There was some sex shit going on with that too. I can't wait till he'll tell the story sometime, but that kind of shit, man, it's like proof. You know what I mean? And I haven't even seen the pictures, but I believe the guy just by the way he's fucking telling me a story, man.
And
it's rare for somebody to believe you.
Some people will believe it, some people won't.
Yeah, it's a big thing, because if, like, take before electricity, right? Like in the 1800s, right? If you told somebody that you'd have a picture box on the fucking TV, on the wall, that had stories and told you, like television programs, episodes, they would be like, you are fucking crazy.
Technology, I don't think now that, like with the iPhone, I don't think now I would never dismiss any technology they would tell us we would have. Like, I don't, now.
That magic has been proven to you.
Right, even now, even something so, like, outlandish to us, like, they could tell me, I'll be like, well, maybe.
Dude, think about this. If some shit broke down and World War III started or whatever, right? We have no more of this technology, the phones, the TV, fucking electricity, shit like that, right? Mm-hmm. There are very few people that have the brain to bring us back to where we are now. Very few. And if those people died off, it's lost forever, man. And I think that's what happened with ancient civilizations.
Yeah, you're probably right. You know, They still believe we advanced to a certain point, and those civilizations died off. The Mayans, you know, they were advanced. These people created our calendar.
Well, that's the motherfucker. That one is really weird to me, because you had 100,000 people that lived in this city. 100,000. That is a fucking lot of people, right? Mm-hmm. And they vanish. They're fucking gone. There's no trace of them.
And they're the ones that came up with our modern day time and calendars.
Maybe fucking mass abduction, like fucking World of Worlds.
Maybe
shit.
They were advancing so much that they did stop them.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't even abduct them. Maybe they sent down a plague or sent down a disease to destroy them. Because the way they were advancing would destroy this earth much faster than we're destroying the earth right now.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Ooh, I just blew your mind right now.
No, you didn't, because when the
No, you didn't. He said no, you didn't.
Because when the Spaniards came, I forget the movie. It's fucking man, the one where the guy's name is Jaguar and they're rainforest people.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and
is it 10,000 BC or the other one?
No, it's the other one. Where,
I know what you're talking about.
Where they do the sacrifice on top of the pyramid.
Yes.
And the crops are dying off and shit, right?
Yes.
So at the end of that movie, after he goes through all the bullshit of being slave traded and everything, he's at the edge of the ocean and he sees the Spaniards come up in their boats with their fucking armor and their shields and their swords and shit. And it was like, they're seeing fucking gods, man. Mm-hmm. How these people travel across the water like that? How do they wear this metal shit, you know? Mm-hmm. So, and those are the motherfuckers. The Spaniards came in with their colds, their viruses, their diseases, and I think that's probably
that's how they fucking eliminated most of the Indians here, dude. Fucking diseases and shit we brought over from Europe. You know, they weren't immune to it. That's, who knows?
I watched another one on the Aborigines in Australia, right? Mm-hmm. When the British came over there and they started bringing just flour, right? Flour. So you can make bread, you can make all kinds of food with flour, right? Mm-hmm. It fucked them up. It was like worse than crack cocaine, because now they have habitual. Kids are born diabetic. They're born straight up diabetic because of the fucking.
You've seen that Captain Fantastic, right?
Yeah.
When the kids go into the first time they go into the fucking McDonald's or whatever, and they see those, they're like, "Why is everybody sick?" And they're like, "What do you mean sick? Everybody's fat."
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be like that. You're not supposed to be overweight. Like, But they're probably, I don't know, happier.
Dude, I don't know how that movie didn't get bigger, dude. It's a fucking
badass movie, dude.
It's a great movie, dude.
Captain Fantastic. Watch it.
How about when the dude is the boy meets with the trailer park girl in the trailer and shit, right?
And he gets down on one knee.
Yeah, he wants to marry her
because he wants to have sex. Because he kissed her. It's that's a good point. If you don't know, you don't know. And I said this before about my little boy. Is that the time he told him to put deodorant on, he took clumps of it, and I can't get because he did not know. And this is what we got into it. And I know we fuck it. We'll just keep talking as we talk. The guys at work, a couple guys at work, were pissed off at some Mexican guys because they're staying at the hotel because they're loud and they're playing the Mexican music. It's 2 o'clock in the morning and they're drinking Coronas and the bottles are everywhere. And they're like, what the fuck's wrong with these guys? And I'm like, dude, they don't know. They're not trained in our civilized society.
Yeah.
Like, you go to Walmart, they'll cut in front of your line. They don't know common courtesy stuff, right? Because they don't know. There's people all around the world that have different customs. When they come here, they do not know. You can't. They have the mind, and you say a mind of a 14-year-old. Sometimes we say that at work, but they just haven't been trained in the way of our customs, right? And we go over there, we might not understand their customs. You go to Japan, you might not understand their customs.
Absolutely.
Everybody's customs different, but we have a thing now where we're like, fuck their customs, they need to do what we do. And that's not how it's supposed to be. And I'll keep rambling about other shit, but like somebody at work said this, is like, and they say, you've heard people say this all the time, we should just fucking make that fucking Middle Eastern place a parking lot and fucking, it's like, dude, no, you can't say that. There's little kids, there's children, there's people who think like us, like, that's just an ignorant way to fucking think. Like what you said before, we never put ourselves in other people's shoes. We don't see the light through other people's shoes, and they say, well, I don't fucking care, I'm gonna live the fucking, they should live like me.
Well, it's called American eyes, dude, and that's what we have American eyes, man.
Yeah, we have American eyes, we have modern eyes, we have fucking, and we have no compassion anymore. We think everybody needs to do the way we do it, and that's it. That's how all these civilizations have been fucking demolished over time. Look at, dude, the Mongols, the fucking Romans, like, we were getting to where, and I won't get into that whole fucking Middle Eastern shit, but we're getting to where you don't have to, if you're big and strong, right? I watched the prank show, right? The guy goes to the MMA thing, he goes to the weightlifting thing, and he starts fucking with these people, right? Big old motherfuckers, dude. Some of the people will laugh him off.
Yeah.
Because they know they could whip their ass. They would demolish them. They wouldn't even have a chance. They're at the point where they're like, dude, you're fucking whatever, dude. And they'll fuck with you, whatever. But there is some people that'll be bowed back up on them because they doesn't have that self-esteem. That's America. We don't have to flex on everybody. We will destroy anybody in this world, right? We don't have to constantly shove people in the corner, shove people in the corner, shove people in the corner. We don't have to do that. We're powerful. When you're that powerful, you don't need to flex all the fucking time.
No, I believe it. I believe it, man. But you got to keep people in check too, man. If somebody keeps fucking
you do. There's a balance, and that's where the balance is. Is like you get either somebody who's like Bernie Sanders, who is like peace through communication,
through taxation,
and you get somebody who's like force. Like somewhere in everything, there's a balance. Like you do have to show a small, use of strength to say, hey, we're still here. But you don't have to bully everybody in the corner.
Close out fucking conspiracies.
We're all over the place.
Yeah,
we haven't talked in a couple of weeks, dude. So I just want to talk to you.
I know, dude. I feel it. So.
I don't even know there's a camera. I'm just talking to you, dude.
I know. I forget it's there too, dude. What's up? Let's go into how about no moral base.
No moral base. No moral base. And we were talking about this before. We get into it, and I love it, dude. I love it, and I love talking to Kevin because I can talk to him, without no fucking
repercussions.
Yeah.
It's fucking legit.
A lot of people will sway their opinions with the wind.
Over time, eventually everyone sways their opinion.
You can evolve as a person. Like I say that like with the homosexuals and the religion and stuff, I've changed my opinion about a lot of things over time. I was a registered Republican. I watched Fox News every day I got home. I was like fucking in a box, and this is all I thought. Everything else is bullshit. And I realized, wait a second, everything I'm thinking is bullshit, dude. Like fuck, come on, let people live. But in your moral base, like okay, our friend Flory, I respect him as far as opinion about stuff more than anybody that I personally know, because he has always stayed consistent with his opinions, and he will text me and check me and say, "Hey, that's not right, D. This is this."
But by you saying that, you're stating that he doesn't change his opinion.
No, he has stayed pretty much consistent with a lot of things that I understand. Like he has not, just because he thinks maybe Trump's he's called an ass muncher or whatever he calls him. Okay, he still will say, and I'll say something about Trump, and he'll go, "No, D, he was actually right there," or he won't just hold that as an opinion. Like, okay, with the troop thing, like first people support we have troops there. And then he pulled troops out of Syria. Then they supported pulling troops out of Syria. And then we bombed them, and we killed their general, and we put more troops back, and we support the troops back. Like, whatever way, it's a cult. Whatever way Trump sways opinion, most people will sway their opinion with them. Like, oh, yeah, no. But then when you start doing that, your opinion has no validity no more. It's like, dude, you're just following whatever the fuck he says. You're not saying, I supported troops there. I want to keep, and when he pulled them out, I don't support him pulling out. And you keep that consistency. But when he constantly, and that's fine. And you're just flowing with the wind, like, get out of here. Your opinion don't mean nothing no more, dude.
But here's like, this is overlooked, man. This is the second time Iran has attacked our embassy. The first time they did it 40 years ago.
No, 100%. Like, right? I'm not even saying
They took hostages. They had like 56 hostages, right? This time, they go in there and just start fucking shit up, right?
Oh, no.
So you have to fucking push people around. No, you have to do shit.
I understand. Right? When I'm saying about Flores, like, we have to keep that small force in Syria. We have to maintain stability. He was explaining to me this a while ago.
Yeah.
And then he was like, this is why we have to maintain stability. We don't have to pull everybody. Like, people were like, yeah, we pull everybody out. No, we got to put everybody in. No, we pull everybody out. No, we pull them in. It's like whatever way the wind blows. And, like, that's why I say with people with a moral base, like people will follow the Republican line. People will follow the Democratic line. And I think Trump line is a different than the Republican line. I think there's a Trump line. People will follow the Trump line. Yeah. And I'm like all for believe whatever you want. Who cares? Vote. That's the only real power we have anyways.
See, I still don't feel like Trump's a Republican.
No, that's why I just said. I said there's a Republican line, a Democratic line, and a Trump line.
Yeah, but I mean, that's why he has fucking people in his own party that aren't cool with him, because he doesn't fucking run the line, dude. He does what he wants to do.
I think that's why I've okay. It's hard for me. I don't know. I'm trying to explain it where I've lost a lot of respect for the Republican because they had a basic form of Republican line that they've kind of discarded just to hold on to power by embracing whatever Trump does. And Trump is not, like you said, you've been saying this for a while. You've been consistent on this. Trump is not a Republican, right? He has his own line. But and that's fine. You say he speaks like the people who are supporting him, right? He speaks like that. And the Republicans always hold this whole high moral ground. Like, we don't speak like that. We don't talk about people like that. We don't do that. And then if he does, they support that. Like, you're a hypocrite. You can be a Trumpeter, but you don't have to be a Republican.
Well, just like when Bush was president, right? Mm-hmm. He got all kinds of shit thrown at him, but he never retaliated. He never pushed back. He just took it. And that's the way the Republicans think. Oh, okay, they're talking bullshit, but we're just cool. We're right here. We don't got to worry.
But they held a different moral ground. Like, you're right. He's not a Republican. Like, what did he say the other day? He gave a speech and he was like, and you can't, you can say whatever you want, but I'm like, that doesn't unite the country when you say. He said the Democrats are evil people. They're ugly, evil people, and he was going in on them. It's like, dude, why would you say that? Because there's good Democratic people. There's good Republican people.
Dude, look at what happened.
There's good independent.
It's a reaction though. Like Hillary called all the fucking
what you do
deplorables, right?
You divide people. That was a fucked up statement because you divide people.
Yeah, she did. She lost half of people, and then when she threw in the Walmart thing, dude, like fucking even Democrats go to Walmart. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, that was the Democrats are like elitist almost. Like, try to create like they're an elitist state.
They wear like Patagonia and Nike.
Yeah, trendy shit, right?
Fucking Banana Republic.
I don't know. I don't want to get too much in this politics thing.
North Face hats, shit like that.
Like we said before, it's like it's played to death, dude. I know. I bought this at Dick's Sporting Goods. Let's not get into this thing because all we do is here is Iran is impeachment, and I want to talk about regular shit.
I don't want to bust on the mainstream media shit because, like you said, it's a revolving door. Every 24 hours, the topic changes, and a lot of times it's just to put off distraction, so you're not paying attention to what's going on.
And everybody does this, and we're talking about the moral base, or your moral base is like Dude, have a moral compass. Have a moral base where it doesn't matter what Trump says. It doesn't matter what Republican Party says. It doesn't matter. You have a line that you carry. When Florida Texas on the line said, I don't give a fuck about independent, Democrat, Republican. I live my life however I want. That's how we all should be. We shouldn't be like, well, we got to side with the Republican because on my ding it says an R and everybody. No, you can do whatever the fuck you want, dude.
Well, I'm going to tell you what happened to me, man. So when I was working from home, because now I work at the office, right? But when I was working from home, I had those impeachment hearings on for like 8-10 hours a day.
You're brainwashed, dude.
But I'm watching this and I'm thinking to myself, I go, this doesn't fucking matter. Why am I watching this? This is a fucking waste of time. So I stopped. I'm not listening to Rush. I'm not watching Fox. I'm not watching CNN. I'm not paying attention to none of that shit, dude. And you know what? Life goes on. And my daughter Maya had said something to me about it, like, Dad, they aren't watching that show or this. I said, yeah, I'm fucking done with it. I'm fucking just done with it. Because the bottom line is, I'm going to come down to vote when I vote, right?
That's it.
That's all that matters is voting.
That's it.
It doesn't matter if I blast out on social media or tell everybody, hey, this is what I think, right? You know,
you're not changing anybody's mind.
No, you're not gonna. But it's such bullshit. Like, the only thing you can change is your vote.
True.
Right? You can change your vote,
and you're wasting that inside energy and your mind energy on this bullshit. Like, I was doing the same thing as soon as they shot that general. I was listening to on my XM radio, Fox News nonstop, back and forth to work, and then I watched this movie on Netflix or Hulu. It was I keep saying Annie. It wasn't Annie. It was something else. But it was about these mentally challenged, documentary about living their own lives. Right? They were like got their own place. They got married. It was like they're mentally challenged, and they were learning how to have sex, and they were doing this thing. And I was like, these motherfuckers don't give a fuck about the impeachment, about fucking Iran fucking deal. They don't give a fuck. And you know what? They're going to the beach and they're having fucking fun.
Yeah, they're living their life.
We're consumed by this social media news and all this shit, and we're losing what's important. That's why when yesterday the playoffs are on, and I like sports, I love sports too, but my little boy was like, I want to go watch a movie. Let's go watch a movie. That's just me and him. I was like, I could sit here and say, dude, go upstairs and play video games and just watch the fucking playoff games. And I was like, you know what? No. I'm going to be a hypocrite if I do that shit. You know what? Turn off the fucking sports. Let's go have lunch. Let's go watch a movie. Let's go spend the day together because I'm not going to get this time back with you.
That's right, dude.
Fuck the playoffs are going to be, the score's going to be there. The game's not going to change whether I watch it or not, right? I'm like, I'm going to go, this time I have with you, I might not have another free weekend in a while with you. Let's go fucking do whatever you want. And
you're taking advantage of the situation. That's what you got to do. There are these moments in time where you have to recognize, hey, I got to make this decision right here. Mm-hmm. This way or that way, right? And more often than not, you need to choose the right decision. Because sometimes, if it was the Raiders playing, it'd be a different game. You'd probably be like,
if it's a basketball playoffs and the Kings winning, I'd probably be different. But I'm like, no, I can't supersede what he wants to do because he never gets to spend time, just me and him. And he'd probably just be like, okay, Dad, and go back up his room, play video games, and then later on be like, fuck, I should have just took him out to fucking... Yeah. You know, so, I mean, we got to take advantage of this life. We're wasting this life, spending so much energy on politics and religion and...
Okay, so let's go into why get mad, dude, because that's a good...
You're right, and it's human nature to get pissed off at people. Like, I'll see your guys' text, and I'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But then I'll be like, then I'll start thinking, who cares? Who cares if you want to carry a fucking gun all the time and you hope something fucking happens? Who cares if Floyd wants to carry a Nerf gun? Who cares?
What's up, Flo?
Who fucking cares? Like, me and my brother will get in this fucking discussion, and I know people who carry a gun. Dude, their dream is to fucking something happens. And I pray that nothing happens where they can use the gun. Just out of spite. I just pray that nothing happens to them.
Well, dude, I was telling you, there's a thing going around on Messenger where this dude's at a dry cleaners. He's at the cash register, and the cash register person's there. And they're just getting ready to do a transaction, but this dude walks in fucking with his gun like this, and he swings it up like fucking I want the money and shit, right? And the dude behind the customer just pulls to the side a little bit, fucking pulls it out, wham, 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 wham. Just puts like 6 bullets in this motherfucker, dude, and he's dead, laying there on the ground. The video camera's got it all. He's just standing around like, okay, cops are coming.
And that's what we said. That's a gun owner's dream, just to be in that situation. But you know what?
He's an instant hero, dude.
Right, in his own mind too, fucking. But when Floyd texts over that thing, Nerf gun, he's saying, dude, guys, chill the fuck out. Like, let's just enjoy life. Like, it's not that serious. Why are we getting so irritated if someone decides, okay, I'm not going to carry a gun. Don't get mad because I don't carry a gun, and I'm not going to get mad because you carry a gun. Live and let live.
But here's the scenario, and I'm with DG on that side of the page, and Lee Big and all those guys too, dude. Like, I carry a gun now, even though I don't.
I wouldn't say I lie myself with anything Lee Big says, dude.
But I carry a gun even though I don't have a permit, and most of the time I leave it in the car. Mm-hmm. But if shit gets crazy, right? If shit goes off or gets crazy, I want to be able to have
and
it.
Don't tell me you don't sit on your couch thinking, oh, dude, this scenario would be badass. Let me run to my car, get my gun. Dude, fucking fine. And I just saved like 3 people's lives, dude.
I'm going to pull scenes out of John Wick. I got John Wick in here.
I know you do, dude. Every gun owner does, dude.
I got Delta Force, Chuck Norris right here, dude. Right? Remember that shit, dude?
Yes.
I got all these fucking Rambo.
This guy opened his trunk with a bow and just fucking boom, boom, boom. This guy was like that fucking
fucking exploding arrows, dude. No, I want to be able to.
I hope somebody records this.
Like my son, right? He lives over here with Amy. They live a couple blocks over that way, right? And he's like, Dad, what if World War III goes down and this and that? Like, he's thinking Red Dawn scenario, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, dude, all you got to do is fucking make it here and I'll protect you, all right? Mm-hmm. Just make it to the house. I got food. That whole swimming pool is a big source of water, right? Right? What we're going to do is boil it, right? We're good.
Yeah.
We got the fish in the pond. We'll fucking eat the fish.
Oh, it's funny that you already thought about all that, dude. It's funny. But you're right. Like, live and let live. Why do we get so angry about, okay, you want to vote for Trump, vote for Trump. I want to vote for Bernie Sanders. If I'm voting for Biden, if I'm voting for Hillary Clinton, like, who cares?
All this bullshit, that's like right here, all this bullshit, right? Mm-hmm. It boils down to this little fucking thing right here called a vote.
Yeah.
And almost half of the people that are fucking bitching about this shit,
they don't even vote.
They don't vote.
Right, they don't vote.
But all of this stuff right here is just that big. That's how big it is, dude.
Yeah, it's bullshit because me and you talking are not swaying anybody's mind. We're not fucking convincing anybody of anything. We're just trying to convince our own selves of stuff that we already believe. And at the end of the day,
there's 2 main things that happen in my mind that happen, right? That swayed people. When Trump said grab him by the pussy, right? That swayed a lot of women's minds and things this way, right? But on the other hand, how many times we talk dirty about shit and we don't think we're on camera or going to get caught because we did, we wouldn't have fucking said it.
Right.
The second one was the deplorables thing, man, because when she said that, you're talking about, guns, Bible, and the Walmart thing. Well, the Walmart thing, it encompasses a lot of people. How many people don't go to Walmart?
This is what irritates me, though, is that when people say stuff like that, like all you're doing, and I know what they're doing. I told you when I watched Hannity, and he was like, and he kind of says the same thing over. He's all, they're going to take away our Bibles. They're going to take away our guns. And all he's doing is creating fear and shit that's not going to fucking happen. But then I see people right after that post shit like, yeah, they're trying to take away our guns and our Bibles. It's like, bitch, no one's trying to take away shit. Now all that does is create more divide. It's like that's all you're doing, Hannity. You're just creating more divide in this country. And like Flory says, or he's supposed to put that quote, was that if you want to be if you want to thank a soldier, be worth of American worth trying to protect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be uniting, be inviting, be accepting, be empathetic, be kind, be generous. Like you're supposed to be. That's what you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to be isolationist. You're not supposed to be like. If you want to be like that, you're not creating a better America. You're not.
It's getting to the point where if you don't think the way that I do, we are enemies.
Right.
That's it.
And there's not a lot of people that me and you will disagree with everything, and at the end of the day, hug it out and move on. Most people will just be like, and I know people who will like cancel social media or block people because they just don't want to hear their opinion no more. I love seeing that. I've got most of the shit I see on Facebook is 99% is conservative, like, not even conservative, far right, like, absurd fucking shit, right? Most of it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it'll show fucking Obama in a cave with the Taliban fucking, gearing up for fucking war.
Yeah,
like,
but that happens.
Yeah. But this is what people put, and it's like, I'm not gonna block them. Like, I want to see that shit. I'll show my son this. I'm gonna look at how stupid these fucking people are. I'll expose them. I'll be like, see, that's retarded, dude. But
my favorite one is where Joe Biden is grabbing Michelle Obama's dick. That's my favorite one, dude.
Yeah, I mean, people will get so.
It's a pretty nice dick.
People will get so irritated by like you saying like, okay, we're not going to create history. Like the narrative of, and I seen this a while ago before all the social media shit was like, it was like History 101 with a comedian or something was on HBO or something. He was like, popular culture will determine history. Like we have learned history of Betsy Ross sewing the American flag, which is all false. They was going through all the histories like Paul Revere. Like there was somebody somebody is actually the guy who rode his horse and fucking told everybody the British are coming. It wasn't really Paul Revere did this short like 1.5 miles or something. Yeah. But whoever controls the narrative, whoever controls media will determine history. Like you guys said something about, and I'll look it up and whatever you think, like you go on greatest presidents of all time, whatever. Obama will be top 10, top 12 usually, and you'll say, well, he was a terrible president.
Well, that's because who's writing it?
They will determine history. When you guys said something about Michelle Obama, first thing I do is I'll go look to top 5 ladies, top American presidents' wives, whatever. Michelle Obama's number 5 in every single thing, whether most influential, most loved, whatever. It'll be top 5. Like whatever you say, it doesn't matter. History is already going to be determined by people who create the narrative, right? Like you say, oh no, he's a fucking terrible, whatever. Okay, that's fine. That's your opinion. But it doesn't going to resonate over history. History will always, no matter what you think of Trump, Trump will go down as one of the worst presidents of all time. Whatever you say, you could say he's probably the best president.
No,
but I think
that's your opinion.
Okay, but I'm saying that the narrative that the media is portraying right now, and you can't disagree with me.
No, absolutely.
Okay, that will be history remembered because our great-great-grandchildren aren't going to remember what you said. They're going to remember what the history books say, and that will be the narrative. I'm telling you. You think it's like the one of the first people say this is the cult part of it. It's like Trump gave that speech about Iran or whatever, and they said that is the greatest speech since Reagan gave the one about the wall coming down. And I listened to it. I was like, what the fuck are you talking? This is bizarre.
Dude, it's a narrative, and here's what's going to happen.
It's a narrative.
The numbers tell the real story. When you look at the numbers, like the unemployment numbers, or you look at the stock market, just hit 29,000, dude. Right? 29,000.
Go on Greatest American Presidents, and a small portion will be economics or something. It'll be influence upon the world.
And that's the narrative that the writer is brainwashing you with.
Go read. Oh, it doesn't matter what it is, dude. BBC, Fox News, CBS, whatever. They all have about the same thing, the same gauges. Yeah. It'll say not very good at economic, but very good at foreign affairs. Or it'll say very bad at foreign affairs, but very good at It'll gauge them whatever it gauges them, dude.
But the whole narrative you're telling there, even if Fox is in there, you still have an 8-to-1 ratio that's negative towards Trump. It's not 50-50.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not 50-50.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the history will be remembered by the narrative that's set by either media or people in control of right now.
Like my son. So I told my son about this World War III and about the impeachment stuff. I said, look, man, here's what they do. They bark loud, and they put out these promises. How many times has CNN said, we got him. Trump's gone. He's going to be impeached. He's gone. This has been going on for 2.5 years. Same thing with Hannity. Hannity, we got a bombshell tonight. We're dropping it. Fox News alert. Bombshell. Yeah, everybody's going to jail. Hillary Clinton's caught, right? But shit never happens. They're just selling newspapers.
And like you said, what does it come down to?
The fucking vote.
The vote. That's right. And I'm going to say this. Trump's going to get reelected. I already pretty much, I would bet on it that he's going to get reelected. You know why? First of all,
there's no Democrat that has got me intrigued enough to say I'm going to vote Democrat.
That and the people who vote for Trump are going to vote for Trump. Like that base is the people who vote. The people that complain about everything, that are bitching about everything, that are called racism, that say all this shit, they don't even vote.
Well, here's the thing. Last time too, you were doing the voting for Trump under the table. You weren't telling people.
And I think they still do.
But now there are people like that. But now there's a big portion of people that are fucking still like, yes, now I'm voting, and my son's gonna vote, and I got my niece to vote too. And
no, 100%. Like those people are going to vote. They are not going to vote. The people who are not going to vote are the people bitching about this shit.
Yeah.
Right. And I complain about some of this shit too, but I'm gonna vote. Right? I'm going to vote. But I know most people that I know that bitch. There's a bunch of people that I know that bitch about Trump. And I ask them, and they say, well, I don't vote anyways. Because what does it matter? They're all liars or whatever. I'm like, well, you just complained about all these things. And you're not going to vote.
You got no fucking.
So then shut the fuck up.
Dude.
Yeah.
Fucking, we better close that fucker out, dude. What do we got? Okay. Okay, how about because you were just talking about this and I still get excited. I'm going to be 46 years old this year, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't buy myself new shit all the time, right? Like when you get new shit, because when we were kids, we were fucking poor, right? Mm-hmm. You know, when I lived with the Harrisons, I had it pretty good. Mm-hmm. I lived with my mom and dad, it was all right, but I was never like fucking Liebig or Eric or like where I had this fucking nice wardrobe.
I've got shit where I've told that it's going to be on layaway, and they lost it. Almost every school year. Hey, we got all this stuff, and they lost it. Yeah. What do you mean they lost it?
Or you fucking were a size 16 husky when you put it in layaway, but now you're a fucking size 28.
I've got shoes. When I got shoes, it was from the grocery store. It was the fake Adidas.
Yeah, right?
I
know.
It was the 4-stripe
with Velcro straps.
Yeah, it was like that stuff. And so I don't know if, like, still to this day, if I buy me, like I was telling a phrase, I was like, I buy me a new pair of pants, jeans, Levi's, actual Levi's, to go to work. I'm like, fuck. In my mind, I'm still thinking by myself, I'm like, fuck, I'm excited to go to work because I'm going to put on those new Levi's.
Get your new pants on, dude.
You know, I don't think people can appreciate shit if they've always had shit. Like, there's no way you can appreciate. There's no way, even if you're humble enough to be raised the right way, but if you've always had it, my kids are never going to appreciate shit the way I appreciate. Never. Right? And I try to explain to them, but it's never going to comprehend to them.
Nope.
My son lost like $80, $90, like, in a wallet. Like, and he was, like, moved on from it. That would have fucking crushed me if I was his age. But it's like, whatever, my parents are going to buy me whatever I have anyways. It doesn't matter. So,
dude, they haven't gone hungry. They've always had the power on, right?
Right.
They got good clothes, good shoes to go to school.
Shut our power off. But we've had our power shut off before. We have no electricity. Like, once you get like that, you're like, and somebody was telling me something at work too. Oh, well, he's broke. Well, they're broke. And I'm like, you guys don't understand what broke is. You guys have no understanding what broke is. Broke, I won't even tell the story, but broke is broke. Broke is when you don't have money for power. That's when you broke. When you don't have grocery money, like that's broke. Like these guys trying to tell me the farmers are broke. I'm like, the motherfucker has a brand new $80,000 truck. That's not broke.
$300,000 tractor, dude.
You don't understand what broke is. Broke is having shit. So people will never appreciate being broke, right? They'll never appreciate when their parents are on drugs. When they will never appreciate the good shit. They take everything for granted, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like you never have any hardships. So we were talking about Liebig, right? Like you said, you guys go shoot with Liebig, and that when he goes, he's like has a gauge out with the speed of his bullet and the drone and shit like that. It's like it's like you said, you're out there like a kid having fun.
Yeah.
He's more in figuring out how to fucking, I don't know.
He's like basically forgetting the fun part of it.
Forgetting the fun part.
I like shooting with two hands. Yeah, I'm not hitting the target and shit, but I'm still fucking doing it like I am John Wick. Fucking, you know, I mean, it's fucking fun to me like that.
It's anything. It's like I tell my son we go to the movies. I'm like, this is fun for me because when I was a kid, you just didn't go to the movies. You just didn't go to Taco Bell. You just don't go to Taco Bell. Like the kids now, my kids, I don't want to go fucking not. This is why I got so fucking mad at my daughter the other day, and I'm like, fucking shut the fuck up, because she don't want to go to this. She didn't eat pizza because she don't like that pizza place. Like, what the fuck? I mean, the pizza was like every 2 weeks when they got paid, you would get a pizza day, right? So that was like, I don't give a fuck if it was Rico's, if it was fucking
Rico's was greasy and it was good.
Papa's, if it was Pizza Palace, I would be like, we got pizza, motherfucker. My kids know, I don't want to go to that Mexican restaurant. You know, it's not any good. Like, I don't know. And then they have an attitude about it. It's like, it irritates me so much. It's like, you don't fucking get it, dude. You guys are so fucking spoiled, and you'll never be able to appreciate that shit.
Okay, well, here's what's happening, dude, is you are raising a prince. Yes. You're not raising a king.
100%. 100%.
That's what's going on.
You're right, 100%. Yeah. And there's no way I could ever try to do it unless I put ourselves in a situation where it's like that, where it's like, well, we don't have food. I don't know what we're going to do. Or we don't have a place to stay.
Well, I know we didn't have this up there, but this is another one that's getting under my crawl about shit. Is like everybody now is having these co-ed bachelorette parties.
Okay.
Or they're having co-ed baby showers. Right?
Yeah.
This is part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? That it used to have a bachelor party, like a stag party, pornos, strippers, fucking drugs, get drunk and break up with a hangover, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now guys are like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to be with my wife, you know? And they combine them, and it's not the same. But there was a ritual or something that went on between the boys, just talking shit about grabbing pussies and doing that kind of shit that's fucking gone now, dude.
Oh, you're talking about maybe masculinity? Is
yeah, and then fucking the baby shower thing, right? I don't remember my dad or any man I know ever going to a baby shower.
No.
But now if you don't go, you're a fucking asshole because you didn't go.
Right. I agree.
You see what I'm saying?
We've lost the fucking masculine. We've lost the separation between men and women.
Yeah, it's good. It's there for a reason. Like, your old lady should be able to go out with her friends and have a good time and do all the things they want to do without you calling her, checking on her, worrying about where she is and what she's doing and all that kind of shit. In the same token, as a man, you should be able to go do that man shit with your man friends, right?
Right.
And there is time, and that's where we're talking about that balance with fellowship and friends and stuff, right?
We go well into that.
Yeah. So you need to spend time equally away from each other as you do together, right? Mm-hmm. And then what that does is it helps fucking rekindle or appreciate the fucking time that you do have together.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Because when it's every day this, every day that, it's just becomes fucking habit.
There's a balance. There's a balance between all that stuff. There's a balance. And I don't know, it's hard now. With me, it's hard because I spend so much time on the road. Like
now you're getting paid for it, dude.
Right. So Monday through Friday. Shut up. Monday through Friday.
Thank you, Trump.
No, Gavin Newsom, dude. This California, dude.
Yeah.
I couldn't get the same pay in fucking Texas.
It's Trump, dude.
Monday through Friday, my day is gone, dude. I'm up at 3 o'clock and I'm home at 6:30. Take a shower, I eat dinner, I go to bed. So the weekends, I have to balance out my weekends to try to spend time with the family and maybe go do something with my friends. And, but Sarah went yesterday with her friends. They went off and did something. That's why I had the boy yesterday. And it is nice. It is nice to break away and do things. Like, you gotta, I've been wanting a poker game for a while, but I think me and DG are the only ones that want a poker game, dude.
Dude, this guy got a royal flush last time we fucking played, dude. How does that happen, Doc Holliday?
And you keep talking about let's have a poker game. Why can't we have a poker game, dude?
We'll make it happen, dude. That's pretty easy, dude. Play 2 bits, fucking see. When we do it too, we play with change. Mm-hmm. We're not fucking breaking out 20s every 20 minutes.
That's my jar change, dude.
Dude, I had a whole shitload of 50-cent pieces that Kurt lost. I had a whole shitload of them, dude.
That Kurt lost?
Yeah, he was using 50-cent pieces.
Oh, okay. Because those are all the blackjacks he got from fucking gambling.
Fuck yeah. But it's important, man. And I think, like I was saying, when we got older, like, when we were young, every single day I'd have to see you, or I'd have to see my other friends, pick you guys up in the car, go to school, do this and that, and fucking Friday night, what are we doing? Okay, Saturday, what are we doing? That kind of shit, right? But now it's like, I'm lucky if I could do something with you guys like once a month. Mm-hmm. And you still have to make that once a month appointment. We stay in touch with each other every day through the text line and all that kind of shit, or calls. We call each other sporadically, but you have to make those certain appointments where we are getting together, dude.
And when you do it, you're glad you did it. Like,
fuck yeah.
I want to do a cruise. Like, I want to go on a cruise with you guys. I want to go with the families. I want to go on a cruise. I want to do that. And, and it's going to be hard, but we can do it. But let's
do it. We can set it up and go to Mexico, Ensenada, some shit like that.
And I understand everybody's schedule is tough. Everybody has a tough schedule to try to fucking work around.
But if we do it, like, let's say we're going to do it in June, right?
Yeah.
That gives us plenty of time to fucking fill in the blanks.
But life is too short. Life is too short. Life's passing us by. Life's going by this fucking fast for us to be so consumed or being like, I don't like that. I don't know what I was gonna say.
Your brain farted. We got like 2 minutes, dude. You gotta fucking feel, dude. I'm down with the cruise though, because then nobody's got to worry about driving. Nobody's got to worry about going anywhere. Fucking wake up, party, have a good time.
Here I was. Life is too short. Life is too short to waste it on fucking being fucking, irritated over politics or fucking like I'm going through this thing with my dad now though, he's not talking to me or whatever, and I'm like, fuck, we're too old for this shit. But like, he doesn't get it. It's not computing with him. Life is too short. Life's gonna pass us by and we're gonna look back and regret it. Like, we gotta fucking enjoy life. Like, I was driving here this morning and I was thinking about this. I was like, it's Sunday, it's the one day I don't have to do anything, and I'm driving like, fuck, I'm tired, I'm driving, I'm like, fuck, no, I gotta get out of that mindset. Like, this is fun where I get to go over there and bullshit with Frage, and it's my little fucking time away from everything. It's because I have so much in my head that I want to say and complain about and bitch about, that I fucking talk to myself, that this is the time where I can get it all. Guys at work will be like, oh, you didn't do it this weekend, huh? Because I'll be irritated and bitching all week, and I'm like, get it out, get it all out. So I enjoy this. This is my fucking...
We should actually record a pre-show for what we do before the pre-show, but that's usually where stuff is said that we know we can't say on here, dude.
Yeah, where we talk about everybody, and everything, and then we get on, and as much as you think we fucking say whatever we want, we're still PC when it comes on the fucking show,
doubt,
dude.
No doubt,
100%.
But we obviously, we have a bunch of people that continue to watch every week, dude. And I think there's just going to be this one hitch or this one person that gets a hold of the show and fucking is like, it blows up.
Okay, that's fine, Frage. But if it doesn't, I don't care, because I enjoy just sitting here and
no, I do. It's therapy, man. It really is. Every weekend, it's fucking therapy for me, man.
And again, I brought it up with Sarah. She was talking about, when our great-grandchildren shit, and I was like, she's like, we should take a video of ourselves or whatever. I'm like, Sarah, they can always go on YouTube and watch me fucking say whatever the fuck I want. My great-great-great-grandchildren. You're like, that's my great-grand... Like, I was thinking that now. I was like, dude, it'd be so cool, because we were talking about, like, I had a recording on a recorder, like the old recorders from the phone of my mom, right? And because I can't remember, like, exactly her voice, and I lost it. And I'm like, fuck, I wish I still had it, because she keeps... on her phone, a voicemail of her sister that passed away. She keeps that of her, like, her sister was complaining about something, but she keeps it just so she can hear her voice. And she was like, it'd be so nice to have our voices recorded. I'm like, Sarah, go on YouTube, you hear everything I have to say about everything, and our great-great-great-grandchildren will be able to listen to this shit, dude.
Dude, that's pretty cool. How cool would it be if you can go and listen to your grandpa talk about this shit in his day, in his time?
It would be fucking awesome.
With his fucking slang and all that kind of shit. I would
listen to it to work every day.
It would be sick, dude.
Yeah.
I miss my grandpa. God damn, he's a good dude. Well, let me fucking roll this shit up, dude. Knocked it out. Remember, hit subscribe, tell a friend, blow this bitch up.